Yes, recording in progress, and you are very welcome to join us in this SDSI Open Doors event. And we are here, a bunch of people. And besides you all who are guests here, we are here family, SDSI family, 3 universities who are actually joined for this SDSI program. And I am Ilse Kunziņa, the head of SDSI, and we will start first the intro session with my colleague Ilse Supe. And then later on, you will meet one by one our colleagues from Estonian Academy of Arts and also Lapland University. But let's start. So I cannot. Okay. So first of all, I would like to introduce you with our partners and associated partners. So SDSI is joint cohort of 3 universities: Art Academy of Latvia. 4, but three universities are giving you diplomas, but one, Stockholm School of Economics, is our associated partner. And here we are 3 universities, representatives of 3 universities, and you can see on the screen who they are. But next slide. I'm a little bit struggling with my presentation. Yes, now word to my colleague Ilse Supe.
Yes, hello everyone. So shortly about SDSI and some basic facts that if you are a student, you're going to experience. So we have a lot of candidates willing to be part of this study program, but just to inform you, the class size is up to 35 students. That's the maximum. And imagine the level of motivation and energy and dynamics in the class, because all of those 35 are, they're one of 700 or one of 1,000 applicants that have actually made it to SDSI. Next thing is that this study program is 2 years long. It is 4 semesters and it is 120 ECTSs. So it also gives you an opportunity to continue study path with a doctoral degree. And studies take place in 3 countries. It is an obligatory study path. So it is Latvia, Finland, and Estonia. And graduates receive 3 diplomas: the Art Academy of Latvia, the University of Lapland, and the Estonian Academy of Arts. And of course, we have, as you know, the Mundus programs have an opportunity to award scholarships to best applicants, best students. And it means that 1,400 euros per month is given to 20 students a year.
Yes, and I will continue with some additional information. So admissions is actually going on, and it will finish in 23rd of February. And important thing is also, besides the scholarship places, we are also accepting study fee paying students, and for Europeans it is 4,000 euros per year, and for outside of Europe it's 8,000 euros per year. And after these 2 years you are receiving these 3 diplomas, what Ilse already said. Yes, one more thing is that the format of studies is full-time, so you all have to be actually here firstly in Latvia, in Kuldig, and then you will move on. Your study path will follow in other countries. So we are not we don't allow studies in hybrid format, so you all have to be here. Yes, let's continue. And about curriculum.
Yes, so after researching what service design consists of, and when we actually started designing and establishing the program itself, we collaborated with the Service Design Network, and from there we also learned these 4 knowledge domains that should be included in service design curriculum. And these are design, business, technology, and research. And as you will also experience in the study courses, we indeed built the whole program on these 4. And Ilse, you can probably tell more about the curriculum itself, right?
Yes. So this is a very fancy schematic drawing of our curriculum, but you can see here that these S1, S2, S3, and S4, these are semesters. And so if you see on the left-hand side, there are semester 1, and it's toolbox, as we call it, toolbox of lectures, what will give you knowledge to really start operating with service design. And then second semester goes together in collaboration with Stockholm School of Economics, and it's more dedicated for business knowledge. But third semester, your study path will maybe I will ask Ilse to now explain a little bit about mobility, because I think that's an important question as well. It was already asked from our candidates. But so half of the students will go to Estonia, half will go to Finland, and there are little bit different study courses in each location, but our partner universities will tell you about these semesters more. And then fourth semester is only for master thesis. So if I kind of wrap up all this, so first year is happening here in Latvia, and then in second year you are having 2 locations, third semester either in Estonia or Finland, and then you switch these locations once more. Yes.
Yes. And also I'm looking at the watch, and it says that we need to hurry up, but just shortly to explain that we work quite practically in collaboration with industry in all the countries, in all the semesters, and not to go into details, but this is just for you to realize that we're actually connected, and that with whatever knowledge and skills you learn in theory, those can also be applied in practice. And this year, for instance, the students are collaborating with Riga Airport. In fact, we have a gala presentation day tomorrow when students will present their solutions to the board of Riga Airport. And yes, so everything in due time. Yes, and there's the last slide from us.
Yes.
From you.
Before we move to our partner universities, kind of last slide from our side is that here in Kuldiga we are also once a year we are kind of organizing this very nice event of conference, and it's streamed online as well. So maybe this is another touch point for us to meet you in a way, also online. For everyone, even those who will not be admitted in our cohort, but 31st of May will be the day when we will have conference. And last year we had very nice speakers. Also SDN Network President Birgit Mager was with us. And this year it will be more dedicated for municipality collaborations in service.
And the public sector. Yes, service design for public sector, I would say. Yes. So but anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, I think it's time to give floor to either Karolina and Jorn from Estonian Academy of Arts, or to Krista and Maria from University of Lapland. I forgot the order. Which one is talking first?
I don't mind. I mean, either way, we can go first. Krista, what do you think? Do you want? Yeah. So it's us. It's Jörn here, Jörn Frenzel, Professor of Service Design from Tallinn, and with me, Karolina Lechtma. So I will start sharing the screen. So Tere Tallinn, so that means hello Tallinn. So that's the capital of Estonia, of course, and hello to Estonian Academy of Arts. And we already introduced ourselves briefly. So I'm the service design director, a service design professor here at ECA, and I'm also the local program director for SDSI in Tallinn.
And I'm program coordinator here in Tallinn, so helping students and lecturers and stuff with all sorts of things.
Okay, so maybe very briefly, a short video here on our school, so you get an idea. So it's actually quite classical art school and set in an old building, an old needle factory. You see the black building, and there is a new part. So it's like very nice new and old architecture combined. And there's 4 departments. There's architecture and urbanism and fine art, art history, and design. And then, so we are, of course, a service design within the design department. And there's other departments within the design department, like fashion and social design, and service design is just one of those. The building is situated just right next to the historical old town of Tallinn. It's a very beautiful location. Right now, it's not as sunny. It's quite wintry here. But yeah, maybe you can say a few more words. Carolina has been here longer than me. I have been here only since end of August.
Yeah, about the size of our school, we have around 1,200 students. And you won't be the only international students here, because like 10% of our students are international. We get a lot of Erasmus students from different European countries. But maybe we'll move on.
Yeah, just move on. So maybe just a few words how we approach service design at ECA. My personal background as a professor is actually in architecture. So I've been working as an architect for 10 to 15 years of my life, and then have been in the last 10 years, 15 years teaching design thinking and gradually moving into service design. And so basically, we'll deal with all 4 of these stages of design, or 4 orders of design, but looking mainly at systems. I will explain it later a bit more. So this is basically text and image, of course, which is the basis of everything you do in your studies and design. The next one is objects or products. It could be a building, it could be an app, it could be interactions. Services, of course, which is the subject of or the main title of our subject, but ultimately services. So going through in this lecture is we will look in more detail what we will do here in the 3rd semester, if you should choose to come to Tallinn in the 3rd semester. And then talking about our signature course, Designing Sustainable Transitions, and how we teach this, and maybe talking about the master's thesis also a little bit. So the 3rd semester, after you've done all these 2 semesters that Ilse just explained in Latvia, and from the 3rd semester, should you choose to Tallinn, these are the kind of different courses that you could take. The 2 green ones are the mandatory ones. These are Designing Sustainable Transitions and your Master Project Studio, which will prepare you for your master thesis. But there's a number of other courses, such as social design, circular design, interaction design, that you can choose together with that, because you need 30 credits in total. So these 2 ones on the left would be the mandatory ones, and all the other ones you can choose freely. So talking a little bit more about the signature course, Designing Sustainable Transitions. What do we actually mean by that? Transitions is, by science defined as radical shifts at the systems level. So it's not just about making little parts of the world more sustainable, or saving energy, or addressing climate change, but it's really addressing through service design these things at a more systemic and holistic level. So not just to address one of these sustainable development goals, but possibly all of them or many of them together. So the way we approach this here at ECA is that we want to integrate futurist design, which is like future scenarios, designing desirable futures, with systemic design and service design. So, starting with mapping out the problem and coming up with desirable future scenarios, and then based on this holistic knowledge that you build up during the semester, actually designing services. So this is an example. We also cooperate with other universities. Of course, this is an example from the AHO school in Oslo. They run a course there, which is called System-Oriented Design. So this is, like one tool they use. It's called Giga Mapping, which is, addressing a problem at a systemic level. Then, of course, designing processes. It's an example from my own work in the past. In Iceland, a project called Vatnavinje. Designing and then eventually designing services, in this case, mapping different sustainable tourism facilities all through Iceland, and then designing different itineraries for different kinds of users or tourists based on that mapping. Ultimately, okay, there was a description of what learning at ECA in the third semester would look like. The thesis, that's maybe then also a good transition towards the next presenters from Lapland. So again, this course in the third semester, these are the courses that you could take. And then from in the third semester, from September to December, all the blue fields there, that would be your semester here in Tallinn, for instance. And then you would move over to Lapland or vice versa. And the thesis basically runs for half a year. It could be a completely theoretical thesis. It can also be, we encourage very much practice-based and theses that also you actually design something, or it could be a mixture of both theoretical and practical. And as I said before, at the end of this semester, just before Christmas, teaching here would terminate, and then you would go to Finland or vice versa. And that's maybe where I would also hand over to Krista from University of Lapland. Wait, stop sharing.
Yes, thank you, Jörn and Carolina. Yes, hello everybody. My name is Krista, and I'm a university lecturer here at the University of Lapland. And then I work with my colleague Maria. Maria, are you here?
Yes, hello. I'm Maria. I work as a coordinator in student services here at the University of Lapland.
Yes. So it's basically me and Maria who are dealing with all kinds of things related to SDSI, all the lecturing and arrangement of classes, timetables, administrative things, and so on. But let me share my screen. So we get forward, just a moment. I have so many PowerPoints open here that I need to close few. So I get to the our presentation, and yeah. All right. So I have many screens here. I use 2-3 screens when I work, so it might be always jumping here or there. Anyway, so I will wait a minute and receive the mouses. All right. So the personnel, yes, it's me and it's Maria, and then we also have Jana. Jana is an education specialist, and she's working in the international department in this university. So it's basically 3 of us, and I'm working as full-time in SDSI because I'm the university lecturer. And yeah, my background is in service design. I graduated from Uni of Lapland in 2013 as an industrial designer, and then I went to work in manufacturing industry as an in-house service designer. And from 2017 onwards, I came back to the University of Lapland to do my PhD, which I just finalized last year in November. And I graduated, and now I'm working as a uni lecturer since last year as well. I've been working in SDSI. And yeah, this year it's been 9 students in SDSI here at the Uni of Lapland doing their 2nd year. And now we're excited to get the new 30 students from Latvia to Lapland now in the becoming autumn, half of the group of 30 people. And yes, Maria is my closest partner in crime here. So we coordinate this program together, and we deal with all daily issues and negotiate and, you know, make plans and suggestions and so on. And Jana is also involved with us when we come and travel to Latvia, and she's dealing with all this kind of Erasmus Mundus program because she knows all the backgrounds in the international affairs and so on. So she's the one for us to know that side. And she's also very helpful for our students. When our students have anything to ask, they can also go to Jana, and Jana can give all kinds of guidance and help the students as well. Anyway, yes, this is about Uni of Lapland. We talk about Lapland University Consortium. Consortium consists of University of Lapland, but also Lapland University of Applied Sciences. So this consortium consists of 2 schools, basically. And we have altogether like 11,000 students in this consortium in these 2 schools. So if we think that there is 60,000 people living in Rovaniemi, so 11,000 students we have in the city, so it's quite a lot. So we are a vibrant city, and we have a lot of tourism here. The season is ongoing now because everybody's coming to see the Santa, so it's very busy, and you don't see very many Finnish people in the city, but a lot of people from other countries.
Yes, and we also have other international degree programs in our university. At the moment, there are 4 other degree programs, and also Erasmus exchange students and other exchange students. So we are quite international university also.
Yeah.
And then in this other university in Rovaniemi, they also have degree programs, international degree programs and exchange students.
Yeah. And about our strategic choices, we have this kind of a global Arctic responsibility, and we promote sustainable tourism, future services, and reachability, and so on. But I won't give too much time on that. In terms of University of Lapland, we have 5,000 students, approximately, like 700 staff members. This university was founded in 1979, so we're a fairly new university. And yeah, that's it. These facts and figures, I don't know if these are now true, because this presentation is from 2021, so this is 2 years old presentation. I couldn't find a new one, but anyway, the areas of teaching and research, what we do is they are in art and design, education, law, social sciences, northern and Arctic issues, and sustainable tourism. And we have 4 faculties in the Uni of Lapland: Faculty of Education, Faculty of Law, and Faculty of Social Sciences, and also, of course, Faculty of Art and Design, where also SDSI is taught. And in the Faculty of Art and Design, in addition to SDSI master program, we run many bachelor study programs in industrial design, graphic design, audiovisual media culture, textile design, arts, and also we have a lot of master programs. Of course, we have Finnish spoken master program in service design, also this SDSI, and was it, Maria, was it right, sustainable
art and design?
Yes, also. Did we have something else? Can't remember anymore. Anyway, it's quite a lot of programs, and we are a nice building. This was built in 2006, so all the facilities are fairly new, and we have exciting labs here as well. But also we have Arctic Center in the city. This is also the Science Center, where we see scientific science exhibitions and such. So here in the Arctic Center, they also do research, and this belongs to Uni of Lapland as well. And we have also multidimensional tourism institute, of course, because we are a vibrant city with a lot of tourism. So people are pretty excited to come here to study tourism as well, and sustainable tourism and so on. Yes, and then we have these cross-disciplinary doctoral programs as well. The doctoral program we run at the moment is the Arctic in a Changing World. And of course, these doctoral programs, these have also many themes. And so, yeah, it's nice to get people here with many different kind of backgrounds and very international people as well. And yes, we are an international uni as well, so we have exchange students yearly, of course, but we also run these international study programs. So we become more and more international all the time. And yes, when it comes to the SDSI, so that would mean that you will spend the first year in Latvia, and the second year you will choose if you come to spend the semester 3 either in the Uni of Lapland, or if you come to go to the Estonia. And this is what Jorn just presented, and in the Uni of Lapland, the courses that you will be doing is 2 10-credit courses, basically digital service design and strategic service design. And in addition to those 2 courses, you will do elective studies worth 5 credits, but then you will also do the Master Project Studio, which basically means the master thesis seminars for preparing and being ready for researching and doing your master thesis. So these 2 10-credit courses are the compulsory ones that you will be doing. And digital service design basically deals with digital service design. What are digital services? How to design digital services? Those are very and pretty much project-based courses. So you will do a hands-on service design project for a company based on the design brief that you get from the company. But of course, in addition to the practical hands-on project work that you do, we will also give you lectures and theoretical backgrounds on digital service design related to the latest phenomenon of AI, ethics of AI, algorithms, also design of digital services, and so on. And in strategic service design, we also will do a practical hands-on design project supported with the theory-based lectures. And in strategic service design, we deal with issues in terms of organizational strategies and also leadership and management of design, and how to lead and manage design in such ways that it's also more easily integrated into organizational processes and practices as well. And electives, you get to choose yourself what electives you want to study. And semester 4 basically is for the master thesis, writing the master thesis. And of course, here is also the semester 3, and the course is offered by Estonian Academy of Arts. And in this semester last autumn, so we had the digital service design and strategic service design courses. So in both of these courses, we had 3 projects. And in digital service design course, we did projects for Connect Corporation, which is the elevator and escalator industry, a global manufacturing industry, and then Flatlight Creative House, which is a local company here in Rovaniemi. They are a media company producing websites and doing videos, marketing material, and so on. And Probot, this is a company from Oulu. Here, it's a city here, 3 hours away from Rovaniemi, and they produce all kind of robot services. And in strategic service design, my students here now made a business case, development case to Protolab in Business Tornio, and development of Lapland Chamber of Commerce here in Rovaniemi and Lapland region, and Go On, which is the national recruitment company in Finland. But here are some examples. So we do real company cases in these two courses. So that's also what you will be doing. Very practice-based hands-on work and supported by theories. And that's about it from our side. Thank you. I guess, are we going now to questions or?
Thank you, Krista. Before we turn to questions, maybe we can slightly just explain a little bit. And then you can also ask questions in the chat. It's also possible, and because we won't be able to answer all those questions right now, but easiest will be that you write it in the chat, and then we can see it in the context of. Okay. Yes. We planned so that after these presentations, we a little bit with Ilse Supe will explain what is it happening after 23rd of February. So what's happened, because these are many questions, what you wrote, that you want to know what's happening and how candidates are selected. So, and also about scholarship and amounts and so on. So this is going to be our next topic. Yes. So maybe we can tackle this.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Okay, so there are certain rounds of and components of application process to SDSI. First, what we do is okay. No, I'll begin with another thing. I will begin with the fact that admissions and selection committee consists of representatives from all the SDSI partner universities. So there are around 10, 12, or maybe even 15 people that are going to evaluate each individual homework, motivational letter, and conduct interviews, etc. So this is really very like individual and personal response of candidates and to candidates. What is important to know is that there is no separate application to self-funded or scholarship spots. So the idea is that homeworks, motivational letters, and interviews are all graded, awarded a grade. And the top candidates with the best grades are offered scholarship spots, whereas rest of the candidates in priority order, depending from the grade, are offered the opportunity to have a self-funded tuition fee study spot. I think this answers a lot of questions that you have entered together with registration to this webinar, because we had quite many questions about these scholarship spots. What else is needed to be explained is the geography of our students. So according to regulations of European Commission, we cannot award scholarships to more than 10% students coming from the same country. So it's not only the grade that makes one student eligible to scholarship or not, it is also the geographical origin. So we cannot have more students from the same country than it is regulated by the European Commission. Also, okay, maybe also you continue about homework and the interview. Maybe you have some comments, and then I have some concluding words about admissions.
Yes. So first of all, there is this eligibility check, what we do for all of you. Yes.
Yes.
And
I can.
so we will do it. It is going to be more kind of, it's not about content. It's about, are you eligible or not? And there was one question, what I just read in the chat about Duolingo test. Yes, everything, what is written in our SDSI webpage is what we are going to, this is our rules, and we are not going to change those. If there is written that Duolingo test is is
Valid.
valid,
Yes.
then it is valid. So after this this check,
But maybe let me tell more about this technical eligibility. So please carefully check if you have uploaded all the requested attachments, documents, elements, components of the application package, because what is happening during the technical eligibility check is that if we see that some of the components is missing, attachments, I don't know, language test, personal ID documents, or any other, then the candidate is refused. We are not following up and reaching out individually to all the candidates. This is so the first filter is that we check if the application is complete without going into content of the application. Right, Ilse?
yes, and also again, I see some questions about background. So please, it won't be possible to answer all these questions. That's why our website is full with information, and please read it through before you submit your documents and check your background, BA, diploma, and so on. So yes, business administration is eligible. And about next steps, so we have committee, as Ilse said, from all our universities, as well from Stockholm School of Economics, and also from our students. A few students are also participating in our committee. So it's full committee, and they are going through your homework submissions and motivation, this video letter of motivation. And there are no specific requirement or suggestion what is the best way how to do. Surprises. And again, it's in our website, it's written what are these criteria, what we are going to look for. It's creativity and by
Yes,
heart.
so maybe more specific, look at the SDSI.ma website, search for the section admission, and you will see a button that opens the admission requirements and grading principles. And all the criteria are described there, what we are going to look for in the motivational letter, in the homework assignment, and what we are going to talk about in the admission interview.
And then those ones who are, so all these admission homeworks and motivation letters will be graded. And those candidates who are going to receive the highest grades, they will be invited for the interview. And that's the only way how we select.
This process works.
Yes, so the grades. Yes.
I can also add maybe, or do you have something to comment more about?
No, there was one more comment that this admissions process, since we are having so many candidates, it's very tight, and the time-wise, those students who are going to be admitted, they will have to move very quickly with all the procedure of agreement and so on. So
yes, I wanted to conclude this topic with the suggestion that please consider what your decision would be in case you are not offered a scholarship spot, because last year we had 700 applicants. This year it looks like it will be around 1,000 or even more. So the competition is really fierce, and you will have a very short time, a week or two, to take a decision if you want to accept a self-funded spot in case scholarship spot is not offered to you. Maybe consider it right now and look into your options and possibility to travel to Latvia, Finland, and Estonia and study here for 2 years and to fund your studies. And yes, because we will not wait long for the decision, and the offer then goes to the next candidates.
yes, and then maybe we can switch to questions now. So first of all, we will try to answer to those ones who were sent it in. A few of those. One more thing. for those whom we will not answer in this session, you are very welcome to write us an email to our coordinator, Kristiina, and her email address is info@sdsi.ma. And I know that she's already receiving a lot of emails, but please, if you don't hear the answer to your question now, because we have only a few minutes left. But Krista, maybe you can answer to the question about how easy is to find the job in service design field in Finland after completing the master's.
Yes. Yeah. Well, in Lapland region, it might be challenging since, there are not many companies in service design field in Lapland. We do have some consultancy companies, so you might get a place to work as a consultant in a consultancy office, or you can start your own business, work as a freelancer, or you can apply for service design positions in South Finland in consultancy companies, or you can apply for positions as in-house service designer in industry. But also, of course, you can continue doing a PhD if you like, so you can also continue working or apply working in the university, because of course, service design is not just doing service design as such, but you can pursue different kind of careers after completing your master thesis and getting your master degree. So you can, of course, go for an academic career as well, but of course also to the industry to do a hands-on service design. But most of the workplaces and positions are open in the capital area of Finland, meaning Helsinki region, or Tampere in South Finland, or such regions. In Lapland, you must you must connect with people and companies, because there are not many places open for service designers in Lapland. So they are like hidden positions, and you need to know companies and people to be able to maybe get a place to work. But also you can do multiple jobs, of course. You can be working at the uni, you can have your own website and consultancy to do, combine also different kind of works.
Thank you, Krista. Yes, let's go further. Ilse, can you answer the question about how much does experience and previous degree matter in the selection process?
Well, what we look for is strong motivation, and we already have published on our website the quote that we are not looking for professional service designers to this study program. And if you indeed feel like a professional, or that you know a lot, then ask yourself, what is that you are going to learn more, or why do you want to pursue this degree? Or maybe the response is that you wish to institutionalize your knowledge, sort of. What we want to see is this motivation, enthusiasm, and some sustainable way how you are going to, and why you need this knowledge, and how you are going to apply them in the future. So short answer is no, we are not looking for service design experts and professionals at SDSI.
Thank you, Ilse. I will myself answer the question about conferences and voluntary opportunities provided. Is there any conferences and voluntary opportunities provided during the program? And we have in this cohort, the first year cohort, actually we have very enthusiastic students, and they are volunteering in SDN, which is our service design network, global network of service designers. And they were participating also in conference management, and also now they are helping organizing the student conference, what will be in April. So yes, there is. And also one more thing, that SDSI is a member of SDN network. and our students are having possibility to participate in conference and to hear global conference every year. So I think this is very nice opportunity to be part of the network, and also to hear all the news in our field. Yes, Carolina, do the program offer internships to students before the thesis? So is it possible to do internship before thesis?
If the question is during your studies, then well, theoretically it is if you find the internship yourself, but it's not, as it's not written in the program and our university does not offer internships for you, then it's like if you find a place yourself, then you're allowed to do it. But of course, you need to think about that the studies, they're full-time, to take a lot of work and time and effort. So you need to really consider, can you do it? Can you really do something else during your studies? But we're not saying we are not allowing, we do allow it.
Mm.
And I may also add that we do help students find internship places in international agencies after graduation, and it goes together with the opportunity of apply to Erasmus internship grants. But those are post-graduation thing, and it is a different thing than Erasmus Mundus study program.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Then I will continue with question about, is it different last year's admissions from this year's admissions? And yes, as you may notice, those ones who maybe apply second time, this year we are not fighting, but we are I'd say living with ChatGPT in our lives. So that's why we changed this format of motivation letter to video letter of motivation. And in this way, we want to really see you and feel you and see your personality in this video. And but the rest of admissions process is very the same, because we find it very good. We didn't fail last year, so we continue in the same process this year as well. So let's read now from the chat about Ilse. Maybe this is question to you about the cohort and about how international, how diverse are the student cohort. And
Very international. I mean, you can also see on SDSI website, if you search in the section people and then find students, those students that have agreed to be published there, you can see from which countries they come from. So the main rule is that I already mentioned earlier that we cannot award scholarships to more than 10% students of the same nationality. And by that, you can also imagine that the geographic diversity of students is pretty impressive. We have, I think we have students from almost all the continents except Australia this year, but we also see that there are some candidates for the next year's cohort also from Australia. So you are going to meet peers from all over the world.
And in our website, actually, you can meet them, not personally, but you can see the nice photos of our students all 3 years, what we had, and also see their previous experience. So it's also some way answers to your questions about your background and how you fit in our program. So yes.
So let's answer all of the partners. I'll start, and then Carolina and Maria or Krista maybe can join. So during the first year, you are staying in Latvia, the whole first year, semester 1 and semester 2 in the town of Kuldīga. And what we as program coordinators do is we provide some suggestions of rental apartments in the town, and students can either select from those or they can browse online and find their own options. So that's about the year in Latvia. And Carolina and Maria, maybe you can add.
Yeah, Estonian Academy of Arts has a dorm, and the prices for shared rooms start from 150 euros. And we also give recommendations, suggestions, how to rent private apartments, and those prices are around like 500 euros.
And in Rovaniemi, we have a student housing foundation where most of our students stay. They have permits, shared apartment there, and most of the students stay there.
Yes, classes, at least in the first year, classes we have 3 days per week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and these are half days from 10 to 2. These are half days of classes, but of course we are full-time study program. It means that you will have individual tasks or group work tasks, what you will have to do in the free time. So anyway, you have to somehow count that these are 40 hours per week, more or less, are needed for your studies. But in Finland and in Estonia, I think these the days are vary, no? Maybe I ask now to Carolina now.
Yes.
Yeah, at the moment we are planning our next year. That Monday and Tuesday will be full days, and then Thursday and Friday will be optional studies. But still, it means like same 40 hours a week work, maybe in 50.
Yes, and in Rovaniemi, the mandatory courses will be from Wednesday to Friday. Then there are obligatory courses that can be also on Mondays and Tuesdays, but that is your choice when you want to have the courses the whole week or just 3 days.
Right, because the second year is consists of quite many electives, right? As well as in Estonia and also in Rovaniemi. So so it will depend from student to apologies, student.
Yeah, in Rovaniemi, basically, we will have classes from Wednesday to Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
I also have to add that in this first year in Latvia, you will have 4 weeks, 4 dedicated weeks, whole week class, because we have few lectures who are needed this kind of workshop type of studies. We will start with a very exciting designer from Canada who will kind of help you to do this service design intro course, and that's full week of from morning to evening, kind of very nice workshop type of learning. And these kind of weeks we will have 4 in whole year. But the rest of the studies are these 3 days per week. Okay, let's go further. About language barrier in third semester.
That will happen in English here in Finland,
Yes.
naturally. And yes, is there any barrier with the language? Depending on the project. This year we had a project where one Finnish speaker must be there in the project group, but then the project group ended up being only foreign students, non-Finnish speakers, but still they managed very well. So everything went well in the end. So I don't see it being a barrier. And if it is, I'm there being as a teacher to support you, help you with the language as well. So don't worry about that.
I guess same here, as we have practice with, we have in the industry partners or collaborators who we've been working with, and they know that we have international groups and the language is English. So we won't put you in a situation where the partner is expecting Estonian, but you'll be not speaking Estonian. Don't need to worry about that, but we do require good English. So let's not make this a barrier.
Yes. Okay, let's continue then about industry projects.
Final question.
Final? Okay. So are students encouraged to proactively connect with potential industry partners?
Of course. Because those
I
might
think
be
it's
the places
embedded,
to go
right?
to work. Yeah, yeah, it's embedded, and the industry, we will collaborate with industry here, especially here in Uni of Lapland. And of course, they might be opening the doors for you to work as an intern, for example, in the industry after you graduate. But that's never 100% sure, but that's something to be seen while we study and cooperate with the companies.
Mm. And then I will add one more. I think this is could be important also question for those who are not receiving Erasmus Mundus scholarships. So regarding scholarships, does the program also accept other scholarship schemes besides the Erasmus Mundus? And
Well, I would like to say that our consortium of 3 main partner universities, we are doing everything we can to support our students' mobility also with regular Erasmus mobility grants. Now I'm speaking about the students that are not the Erasmus Mundus scholarship holders. But it depends from year to year, and we have to align our internal capacity of each university, how many Erasmus mobility regular grants it is possible to award each year. So we cannot say 100% here that all the non-scholarship holders will be supported by Erasmus Plus mobility grants, but that's also an opportunity. And I don't know, maybe
encourage also you to look for other scholarship possibilities
maybe national
because also
scholarships.
study, yeah, also study loans, for example, for Europeans, it's possible to get a study loan from our banks. So these kind of things, it's possible. Okay. We encourage you to write your questions which were not answered during this session. Maybe you can scroll and see, maybe you can find answers in our website once more, looking more careful. If not, please ask your questions to our coordinator, Christine, in email info@sdsi.ma.